There are also concerns tonight about potential First Nations developments on the Lower Mainland, with some new legislation now in place. That legislation is meant to reduce red tape for Native developers, which could, in theory, kickstart a building boom on reserve land. But the fear for some is that when the dust settles, there will be a whole slew of new condos and commercial buildings that may not have to pay full property taxes.
This is some of the most valuable waterfront property in the world, and for years it literally has gone to the dogs. But the doggy park's days are numbered in West Vancouver's Ambleside Beach area. This is Squamish Nation land, and last June, Ottawa enacted new legislation making it much easier for the band to develop it.
We've got a long way to go yet. You know, there's no I's to dot and T's to cross yet, but we will get there eventually. So, you know, we're a ways away from that yet.
Very preliminary plans call for the existing West Vancouver sewage treatment plant to be rebuilt somewhere else, and this waterfront real estate developed into housing. On the Squamish Nation website, there are artists' rendering of what 3 new high-rises might look like on the North Vancouver side of the Lionsgate Bridge. And here in the Doggy Park seawall, where Rover once ran free, there will be higher density condos. The nation wants to build 12,000 condo units on its properties here and on the south end of the Burrard Street Bridge. Those are big developments, and it's got some municipal governments worried.
We have not had any indication or commitment from the province that there will be fairness for the taxpayers of Metro Vancouver, that the school, TransLink, and regional district taxes will apply to non-Aboriginal property owners on First Nation reserves, the same as it applies to all the other taxpayers of the region.
But the Squamish Nation says non-Aboriginals living on native land won't be getting any tax breaks.
We go by the ambient level of taxes. We use the provincial nominal roll for taxation purposes. So, you know, you'd be paying whatever was required to be paid under the provincial regime.
So you'd collect those taxes, and then would you remit the full amount back to the government?
We'd remit portions that we'd agreed to under negotiations to both West Vancouver and to the province.
And while there are some existing examples of natives developing land and collecting taxes, municipal governments say Ottawa's new legislation makes this different.
We're now talking significant developments into the future. It's time to put it right, make it right legislatively, and ensure fairness for the taxpayers of Metro Vancouver by insisting that school taxes and TransLink taxes and regional districts apply on these new projects the same as they do to everyone else in the region.
Within 2 decades, there could be up to 25,000 non-Aboriginal people living on Squamish land.